me, but who cares? All right, so that's just as simple as that. Now the CERN, CERN, where they had the Large Particle Collider, the Hadron Collider. Some people say it's a Stargate, and some conspiracy even go so far as to say that it's a gate to reach the Egyptian god Osiris or something.
Can you explain a Stargate?
It's a gateway to the stars, I guess. They say it's that. Is that the case, or is it just a particle collider, accelerator? I mean, a hadron collider.
It's a particle accelerator.
Or collider or whatever.
Collider.
I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, so it's no special gate to to other dimensions or anything like that. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Now, HAARP, High Frequency Auroral Research Program. You know, they use high frequencies conspiracists say to modify the weather, to control our minds, to disable satellites. Some say it's caused major storms, earthquakes, Gulf War syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome, the crash of TWA 800, and of the space shuttle Columbia. Tell me about that. Are those things true?
Yes, there is a high frequency. Yes, it's used to cause some of that. But there were some on the list that you said that were unrelated. The last one, what was the last one?
The space shuttle Columbia and also the TWA crash.
Spaceship Columbia, he's not linking those two things together. This seems to be something else that's happening. With the airplane, he's agreeing to that it had interference.
Oh.
He's also adding in there beached whales. Wrong migration, wrong.
Okay.
He does agree to the Gulf War syndrome.
Okay.
With the sound.
Mm.
And there was another one that was right above that one.
Well, chronic fatigue syndrome was right after. Does it cause that?
It does.
Okay. The major storms, earthquakes?
It doesn't create major storms, atmosphere storms. It does interfere with the Earth's natural energy, and it can create conflict, but it's not the single button that causes earthquakes.
Okay. Mind control, or has it been developed for a nefarious reason, like trying to control our minds?
Stupid ass motherfucking people. How do you really feel?
Yeah, just tell us how you really feel.
It's created without knowing its effect. So to say that it was created to have a particular outcome, it's no fucking way. Stupid ass motherfucking people have no fucking clue what it really does. Because they don't know how to measure it. They have a concept. Maybe they have a few theories, but they really can't tell the specific outcome. So, with that said, stupid ass motherfucking people are doing it.
Oh. You're not too happy with the
stupid ass motherfucking scientific people are doing it.
Throw in a nice adjective somewhere in there. All right, so they're not purposely trying to control our minds. Does it control our minds? Can it?
It interferes with our natural ability to have telepathic, to have higher frequency, intuitive senses, gut instincts, things like that. So basically it doesn't really control your mind, but it dumbs you down.
Okay, well that's
honestly, marketing, TV marketing is way better in controlling your mind and telling you how to think than this shit.
That is true. Do they send out subliminal messages on TV and radio and things like that to control us?
Some companies get away with it still, but there is laws preventing that.
Okay.
In sound wave, hidden sound, and visual sound or visual cues. But they know how to fuck with people.
All right, now hurrying along here, chemtrails. Are they used to put us in our place? Also, that how they let stuff fly out of airplanes to.
But Mom,
Report.
don't you know it's all natural?
Yeah, but they say that they emit barium, for example.
He's saying yes, they do.
So why are
They
they?
don't do that for the people, though. That's not about a people thing. That is about a weather thing.
Okay, so really, discharging these chemicals out of airplanes in a way that looks like contrails were mostly meant to change the weather.
And to protect the atmosphere.
Protect the atmosphere against global warming?
Yeah, there's a concern that the atmosphere is changing too drastically in the last 100 years.
Okay.
But honestly, guess what? They've only been tracking the atmosphere for like the last 100 fucking years. So where's the panic?
I know.
It's all of a sudden because we can measure things that we've never measured before. We get hysterical that shit's going wrong and that we're going extinct and that, we need to fix that fucking shit. Because really, we just need to live with it instead of controlling it. Because when we control it, we add elements in the equation that don't need to be there to begin with. There's a lot of people who get, do you say violently ill from the chemicals that are released. And he says they're not done in every part of the world. They're done mostly over larger cities to offset pollution rates to try to change what they're measuring in the atmosphere. And they really think that they're doing good. And lo and behold, they will never, ever fucking publish that shit.
Yeah.
Because the amount of trouble that they can get into.
Yeah. But they know that they've done some harm too, right?
Yes, they do have tests and records that they have done harm.
Okay, well, let me go on to FEMA. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management something or other, association or whatever. Some people say they have tons of boxcars just all ready to transport prisoners and make concentration camps. And they've even, from aerial views, satellite views, have found these areas where they have like 500,000 coffins. What's going on with FEMA? Do they have something planned? Are they preparing for something? Some eventuality?
Eric's talking about the concept of a World War III. He doesn't see World War III coming into existence, but it has been trying to be born for some time. So the ideas are throughout the government, throughout other governments, other countries. The possibility is there, and to handle that risk, you have to have some kind of risk management in place. I know this man sounds stupid. This is me asking, because he said it's funded by government money. So is that FEMA? Is that government funded? Is known?
Right.
Sorry, this is someone who doesn't read the news or watch TV or just I've disappeared. We'll skip that comment of Eric telling me how weird and stupid I am.
Oh, Eric.
In a good way. He was like, blonde for a reason. But this, it's not undercover. It's not like this one company has decided to do this because they know something that no one else does. This is in risk management for a World War III. But this is more done because of it's not traditional war, where you have the guns and everything. It's the chemical war.
Mm.
It's masses.
Yeah.
Biological warfare. That's the word, right? It's masses and masses, and to dream of something like that happening, and how would you confine, clean up, help, move, shift, all this. And it doesn't appear that the didn't you say concentration
camps, like they weren't planning on something like that, right?
No, I don't see people being trapped because they're bad, but I see people being held in communities to protect or to heal.
Okay.
To be watched over. Maybe it's because they've been affected, or
okay.
It sounds really sci-fi.
So and preparing for a disaster, basically. Disaster.
Yes.
All right. I got so many more, so we'll make them short. JFK. Who killed JFK? Who was responsible? Was the government responsible for that?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody in particular in the government?
Particular? No, like, government hired.
CIA. Any particular branch of the government?
He's not saying.
Oh, he won't let us know. Okay, because I can get in trouble. All right. I don't want to be killed. All right. The AIDS virus. A lot of people said it was created by the CIA to kill off homosexuals and blacks. Is that true?
Bullshit.
Okay, I figured. Life on Mars. Asked about that. Okay, the Shroud of Turin. Now, the Vatican is said to have altered the carbon dating results to make it look like a phony. Is that true?
He says, true that shit.
So they altered it, but it's not a phony though, right? It's a real shroud that Jesus had over him when he was actually alive, right? You know how Jesus, when we interviewed him, and you guys got to see that video if you haven't, he said that he just lowered his vital signs, his respiratory rate and his pulse rate to appear dead. And he really wasn't. But that there was the shroud on him that, was covering his living body. Is that the Shroud of Turin? Is that not a phony, right?
But there are many phonies that are out there. It's not the one that you see.
Okay. All right. So the one that's publicized is not the real shroud that covered Jesus.
Correct.
Where is that one?
He says that it's underground.
Underground somewhere. Like in a cave or catacomb or?
To me, it kind of looks like a catacomb.
Catacomb. Any country, any specific country you can give me?
I'd go to Italy.
Do people know about it? Or is it completely hidden from?
No, not everybody knows about it.
Okay. All right, fluoridation, they say, is an attempt to create a new world order by decreasing our mental abilities. Is that true? These are fun. Just spelling these little...
No, so you mean fluoride?
Yeah, or it was just to put dentists out of business.
To make money. It was to make money and to put dentistry on the map.
Mm-hmm.
To create awareness of it, but there was not long-term study.
Okay.
It's shit for you. It's horrible.
Mm. Yeah, it totally calcifies your pineal gland so that you can't have the gifts of, like you do, of perceiving subtle energy, for example.
He says, and they still won't take it out of the waters.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Is it in all bottled water?
Yeah, most bottled water does not have fluoride, right?
If it's reverse osmosis.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's filtered a certain way, no, it's not put in there.
Okay.
It's more of the city waters and everything, and they'll say how it keeps the water clean, just how there's level of chlorine in the water to kill certain bacterias. Eric says I would recommend putting a filtration system in your house, and if you can't afford that, then buy one of those standalone ones that you pour the water in and it filters it.
Okay. But this is not a nefarious reason. Let's make people stupid so we can control them.
No, that was really based on money making.
Global warming. Is that a hoax?
No, not a hoax. It's happening.
Okay. Is it, what percentage of that is man-made and what is just the natural cycle of Mother Earth and the weather then?
Eric is saying he would take probably about the speed of how much it's happening. He would contribute 60 to 70% to mankind.
Okay. Wow. As far as how fast it's going. Okay. Because a lot of people say it's this whole creating this theory of global warming, and I'm reading from my notes here, was an attempt to control our lifestyles, raise taxes, create more authoritarian government, among other things.
No.
Okay.
It was really to create an awareness and for people to see their destructive ways on what they're doing to the earth that they're living off of.
Okay.
We talk about the sanctity of not raping each other, but we don't ever talk about raping the earth.
Mm. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Are we going to lick this thing?
He says the generation that's coming in right now, like the 0 to 5-year-olds right now, they'll have this place in shape.
Oh, good. That's awesome. All right. One less thing to put on my to-do list then. That's good. We'll just wait and let my grandkids handle it. All right. Shakespeare. A lot of people thought he plagiarized much of his works that really were written by Edward Bacon, is it? And others.
Kevin Bacon, what?
Not Kevin Bacon.
It was written by others. He had students about him, and there was also a aristocrat. There's a gentleman with a lot of money that could not be published with the status that he had, and Shakespeare was an outlet for that man as well. So
write Romeo and Juliet, for example? Did Shakespeare write it, or was that somebody else?
No, Shakespeare seems to be mostly in control of the longer works, but the shorter ones, the sonnets, the shorter pieces are collaboration work. There was a period of a 5-year stretch where he had a whole bunch of major full-length plays coming out. And it was really a talk of the times and what was happening. So the material was there, and nobody else was writing it. And so it wasn't, he had other people printing, and he was driving off of other people's ideas. So it was very easy to create.
Okay. Well, what percentage of his works are absolutely his own? Other than, of course, getting ideas from other people. I mean, what percent did he actually create for himself? By himself?
Wait, by himself? Like not having somebody else with him?
Yeah.
Probably like 45%.
Okay. Romeo and Juliet, was that one of them?
No, I see him sitting with another aristocrat.
Othello? How about Othello? Was that another? Did he? Yeah.
I see him being alone for Othello, but Hamlet, I see him sitting with someone.
Okay. Okay, that's good enough. All right. This was fun talking about conspiracy theories. Now we know the real truth behind all this stuff.
We're so smart.
With the smart. That's right.
Hi, Dad. Papa.
Oh, wait. Lucas, my son, is here with me, and he wants to know if the government is doing anything that they don't want us to know right now. Anything big.
Eric says, hell yes.
And, I mean, big and bad.
Like malicious.
Anything malicious.
Not just 60%.
There is a lot of moving of money that's unknown of, Lucas. Billions and billions in gold, and I see it hidden in other countries that our country's not using. It seems to be transferred into somebody else's name.
Okay. What are they trying to achieve by doing that?
I don't understand what they're achieving. Eric says it just seems to be, and not even set aside for emergency use. It wasn't during this president.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can go back 7. Who was president?
Oh, God, don't make me figure it out.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's been on for a long time, and there's something malicious about it, but what's the maliciousness behind that? Just taking...
Well, it took the wealth from the country, and it's kept it into debt, and it's getting it under, renting its roads to China and to other countries so that they can put toll booths to make money off of us where we can't afford to pay anybody. So it's locking us down and taking away our...
That's no good.
Mike.
No, we got to move on. He's just got a whole bunch of questions now, but we'll do that for...
He says, Mom, they're really good. Can't we just clip it in part 2?
What's to know about mind control, but they're probably just only controlling his mind. God only knows I haven't been able to do it. But anyway, that's about it, you guys. Stay tuned for the messages at the end of this video to find more information about Jamie and about Eric. And bye, Eric. I love you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Jamie. I love you too.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.